It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com on a Monday morning. And in the studio with me this morning is Bill Geiger joining us, and Marissa Bruno. Bill got in touch with me last week, and I just got the message today. I'm sorry about that, Bill.
That's all right.
But I'm glad that I did, and that you could come in today and visit with us about this. I called it a historic performance that is going to be coming up at IUP on Friday because, well, something like this has never happened before, except for 10 other times.
Well, not exactly like this one, but yes.
Not exactly like this one. This one is unique. Our conversation this morning, presented by Marcus and Mack, voted Best Law Firm and Best Personal Injury Lawyer 3 years in a row on the Best of Indiana County contest. You can visit them online at marcusandmack.com. So, Bill, Marissa, good morning to both of you. This really is going to be a special night, isn't it?
Yes. We're really excited with the planning and how it's coming together, and everyone should be in for a treat.
Yeah, it really is, and a trick-or-treat even.
Yeah.
When it comes right down to it. So, Bill, tell me about the event. What is it?
Well, so as I mentioned to you, for about 10 years, I think, IUP has hosted an annual recital on the Porgazelski Yankee pipe organ that was installed in Cogswell Hall, and it's the premier performance every year of a winning new organ composition. The American Guild of Organists, the premier professional organization of organists, sponsors this competition every year, and the winner is premiered at IUP, and that's always a fun event, especially if you're sort of an organ junkie, like organists like Marissa, or just a lot of church people like me who like organs, and other people as well. But this year's premiere is a work that was really written. It's seasonal. It's about the legend of Sleepy Hollow, and it's really designed to appeal to children as well as adults, very deliberately by the composer, who sadly just died a year ago from cancer, very, very prematurely. But so this is going to be an historic event, as each of these premieres is, but really also a really fun one for the community.
Yeah, and really geared toward kids, Marissa.
Yes, the composer, Rochelle Laurent, when she composed the piece and we were set to premiere it actually in 2022, she really wanted it to be kid-oriented as much as possible, and then she fell ill, and so we were going to postpone the premiere, but unfortunately she never got to hear it premiered. So we are doing it now in her honor and making it as kid-friendly and audience-friendly as possible.
Mm-hmm. So kids can come in costume?
Yes, kids are encouraged to come in costume. We will be having a costume contest. There will be a prize for most original, scariest, and I think we said like a fan favorite. So if people vote on their favorite, and then after the work is done, well, actually, the Legend of Sleepy Hollow piece starts at 7, but we have some pre-concert fun with the Orgle Kids Kit, which is a kind of tiny organ that you can build yourself. Wow. And we have 2 alumni, Vincent Ryan and Randy Fry, who are going to be demonstrating and playing some pieces also written by Laurent on the Orgle Kids Kit, and we have some kids who will be pumping the organ for them. And then the Legend of Sleepy Hollow, we have narrators. We have a narrator who will be reading kind of the story as the music goes along. We have dancers, and the kids are going to be allowed to sit right up front so they can see everything. Yeah. And then afterwards, like you mentioned, we're having trick-or-treating through Cogswell, and we have some of the music fraternities and sororities are going to help out with passing out candy, and we have some other community members who are helping with that.
It's going to be a special night.
Basement of Cogswell Hall, where the ghosts of music majors who didn't make it reside.
Yeah. And they're trapped until they earn their degree. But this is going to be great. They'll get a little bit of a science lesson, too, on how pipe organs work.
Yeah, that's the whole kind of background with the Orgle Kids Kit, is to try and make the king of instruments, as we call it, accessible, because in making it accessible makes it loved and makes people appreciate and want to learn more about it.
There is a heck of a lot of science that goes into playing a pipe organ, isn't there? My goodness gracious, to watch you and others who can play the pipe organ do so with all of the switches, the different level keyboards, the feet are going, the arms are going, everything is, it seems to be going in every direction, and the music that is coming out is miraculous. It really is.
It's it's almost like having a one person orchestra. It's just an amazing instrument, and works that are written especially for it are really a real treat, like this one is.
Yeah, absolutely. So kids can come, bring their parents with them, and they can come dressed in costume for this event coming up, based upon the legend of Sleepy Hollow.
Indeed. And did we mention that it's free?
You did not.
But it is. So there will be, as we do every year, the Carol Tatey Memorial Organ Scholarship Fund, which helps provide scholarships to organ majors at IUP, organ students. We'll pass out envelopes if people want to make a donation to that fund. They're welcome to. It's very low key, so but absolutely totally free. Come, have fun, and it'll just be a great event for kids of 2 to 102.
Yeah.
2 to 92. How's the song go? 1 to 92.
Now, Marissa, tell me about this piece itself. And when you get a piece such as this, something brand new, and your first chance to look at it and play it, and probably, I would guess, from the first time you play it to when you have it the way that you want it, it probably evolves a little bit. This particular piece, what did you think when you got your hands on it?
So with this piece, there are different movements, and so we have many different alumni, IUP organ alumni, coming back to play each piece. So we've been working collaboratively, because Rochelle Lauron wrote it for the Portuguese Yankee organ. She has certain notes throughout the piece that the performers can access to know what she was thinking, as far as what sounds she wanted to use, and
so you could actually personalize a piece based upon the instrument on which it will be played.
Yes, and that's what the composers who write for this competition, they're given the schematics of the organ and are encouraged to write for what the organ can offer.
Is this a fairly common organ that is something out there that others might have access to, or is it a relatively rare
really,
one?
All organs are different.
Yeah, they all have their own personalities.
They all have personalities.
Yeah.
They have different stops and sounds that you can choose from. Different setups with how many manuals you would have. Even the size of the pedal board. So
you have to actually get to know the organ.
Yes.
In order to play it well.
Yeah, this one is more is uniquer than most organs, really, because it was custom built by a Lancaster County organ builder. I think about 40 years ago for a couple that wanted a pipe organ. They built a special small hall, and they had a big estate, and they both loved organ music, and so this organ was built for this couple. And they put in their will, after they had both died, that the organ would be given to the American Guild of Organists to be housed at a suitable location where guild members can have access to it, and this annual premiere could be held. And IUP was really fortunate to win the bid to house this organ. So it's really unique. It's a tracker organ, which means the connection between the keys and the pipes is mechanical, rather than a lot of organs, have electric connection. But it's and it kind of stands all by itself. It's freestanding within the hall at Cogswell. So it's really, as I said, it's more unique than most pipe organs. But as Marissa said, every pipe organ is built, individually, and each one is unique.
Yeah, I would probably not be far off if I said that most organs are really built into the where they find themselves
Yes,
into their
most organs
churches?
are designed specifically for the space that they will be housed. And I mean, even looking around our community, we don't have one organ that's the same as
Yeah.
another one across Indiana. So
Yeah. So that's just, it's going to be a really special night, I think, and kids are going to enjoy it. Everybody's going to
Yeah,
enjoy hearing
be a
this
lot of
piece
fun.
for the first time. Bill, have you heard this piece yet?
I've not heard this piece. I
Or
mean, I've heard
pieces of the piece?
I've not. I'm waiting to be surprised. I've not pestered Marissa. Marissa is not only performing one of the movements, which is a great honor for her, but also she's really spearheading the kids' activities as well. So she's had her plate full, as well as playing at our services on Sunday morning and playing at Greystone on Sunday mornings and teaching at Seeds of Faith. She's a busy lady. So I haven't pestered her for a sneak peek.
Marissa, they say I'm busy, but I'm not, it's nothing compared to you with your kids alone, and now with this and with all of what Bill just told us. It's amazing. So doors will open when at Cogswell coming up on Friday?
Good question. I'm sure by 6:30.
yeah.
And the kids the pre-concert program will start at 6:45, and the concert itself will start at 7. So then the trick or treating afterwards.
There you go.
We'll even let you trick or treat, Todd, if you come in costume.
Gosh, I got to do a football game that night, or else
man.
I'd be there
You're missing out.
or not. It sounds wonderful, though.
Yes. We also, if anyone isn't able to make the in-person performance, we are live streaming it.
Oh,
And that is shared. We can share it with you if you want to share it. But we have it on the Christ Episcopal Facebook page. And I'm trying to think where else we have it shared.
Yeah, somewhere
On
on
the
IUP.
AGO,
But,
if you search American Guild of Organists, AGO, it will be on there.
that's right. Yeah, since they're the sponsors of the event, so it'll be primarily on their website, and then we'll piggyback it onto our church website as well. But
well, hopefully you have a huge crowd of kids excited for this event and adults too. It sounds like it's just a wonderful event. It's coming up on Friday, IUP Cogswell Hall. Folks who don't know where Cogswell Hall, it's really, really easy to find. It's just off of Oakland Avenue. You can
right,
walk
it's right at the
into
corner
it.
of 11th and Oakland.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Wonderful.
right by the parking garage, so
Yeah.
easy parking. And
It's the music building. Bill, Marissa, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you,
visit.
Todd.
thank you.
Are you? Don't you have someplace to be right now, Marissa?
It's Columbus Day.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
And we made you come
she
in
can go
here.
back to bed. I don't think that'll happen.
It's Columbus Day. She finally gets a little bit of time, and we make her come in here. Yeah. It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. 24 and a half after 9 o'clock. Coming up in our next half hour here on Indiana in the Morning, there's a new church in town. It is called The Remnant, and we're going to learn about it. Right now, we're getting set for Boomer Sports coming up in just a second or so, brought to you by S&T Bank, People Forward Banking. Josh is in our WCCS newsroom. We'll take a look at sports and our big Steelers win yesterday on the way in a couple of moments as well. Hawk Talk tonight on 92.5 FM U92 and Renda Digital TV. That's at 6 o'clock. And then 7:30 is face-off for the Penguins and the Montreal Canadiens. That's on U92 tonight as well.